You can talk to me. It's not like for YouTube friends.
What's up, YouTube? The video you are seeing right now was recorded 2 years ago when I first got my motorcycle helmet. It was the biggest purchase I had ever made, and I was still not sure if I was going to ride a motorcycle or not. I put a ton of research into which helmet would be the safest but still in my price point. And I'm going to show you all of that today, along with a few tips I learned along the way.
Now let's see how serious I look.
When I was getting my motorcycle helmet, I used this website to figure out what was the best and most importantly, the safest helmet to buy. So what I did is I used Sharp, and as you see, this is actually on a .gov.uk site. So like this is actually not private, right? I use Sharp and I use Snell, but I start off with Sharp. The other ratings you've heard is DOT, Department of Transportation, and ECE. DOT will certify almost a skateboard helmet for a motorcycle. Not literally, but maybe literally. ECE is more European. It's a step above DOT, but for me personally, ECE is not something that I would trust my head with, but is definitely the minimum that I would say any rider should take. Again, I start off with Sharp and then I work my way down. So what I'm going to do here is I'm at the Sharp website. What you can type in is Sharp motorcycle helmet safety or something like that. You'll come up to the Sharp website. Make sure it's the Sharp website and not a knockoff. Then I'm going to put in 5 stars right here and I'm going to search. You will not find many 5-star helmets. I'm just going to go through all the lists. And as you can see, this is all European prices. Okay. And we're going to load all of them. No more helmets, right? So this list is actually a decent amount, but this is all of the 5 rated Sharp helmets. Now, I believe this is in pounds, so the dollar is going to be a little bit more expensive due to inflation and the pound being more valuable than the dollar at the making of this video. But you can just look through and see if any of these helmets are in your price range, right? So for me, when I first started riding, my price range was about $400. So that would make me look at the AGV GP Tech, the AGV K6, which is another very popular one. And do look at the sizes too. These are more budget ranges. AGV, you will not see a mask on here that is not full face, because frankly those are not very safe. You got the Arai, you have the Bell M1 for $165. So you definitely have some budget options here. I have the Bell Star MIPS. So this Bell Star you see for $374.99. That is the one that I have. And there are definitely different options here. So that's where I would start. To give you all an example of what happens when you click on one of the helmets, Sharp has this beautiful page that gives you a visual of the safety zones and how they rate, some of the useful features that you have, all of the helmet weight, the sizes, and also other standards it passes. Then once you find the helmet that you like here, so let's say we like the AGV K6, then I'll go to something like RevZilla, right? And I'll look up the AGV K6. That definitely says age, but it knows. Okay, now as you see, this is about $499. That's $500 really. That is not in my budget. So let me go back over here. It's a lot more, or it's a lot more expensive than I would have estimated. So let's find something a little cheaper. We saw the Bell M1. Let's look for that. Let's see if RevZilla has that. There's also a site called Cycle Gear. I do have a brand sponsorship with RevZilla, so I'll put my RevZilla links below, but whichever one you can find a good price at is where you should go. I do not see the Bell M1 here. We're going to keep going until we find something though. We got the Bell M5X. Now it is important to know that in America, they may not have all the helmets that are on here. So depending on your region, that may actually change. We have the Buell Turbulent and we have the Bell M6. So we'll look for both of those. If you really want a high-end helmet for a budget price, a great tip is to go to an in-person brick and mortar store. A lot of them may not have online resources for you, but if you go in person, you can find some great deals because a lot of people don't know about those deals. So definitely go to any motorcycle store you can find and just see if they have budget helmets. I know there's a BMW store in my area that consistently has Arai helmets for $299, and they typically retail for $600, and they're known as the best in the industry. So a great tip for you all. I'll just, to save time, go with the Bell Star because I did enjoy that. And as you can see, there's the Bell Race Star, which is $819. That's more for a higher level. The Bell Star DLX MIPS helmet, that's the one that I have. And as you see, this is $549. But now that we know they have it, this is the Bell Star DLX MIPS for this color. Now that we know that we have it, I would go to Amazon or any reputable site that has these helmets, find it. And if you want to order through Revzilla, what you can do is find it, call Revzilla, they will price match the helmet, and then they will send it to you. And depending on the time that you buy it, you may also have free returns. So when I got my helmet, I actually got one helmet that was too small, sent it back, got another helmet that was too small, sent it back, and then got my helmet. And all of those times I sent it back was free, and the guy was actually nice enough to give me the price match that I had with a different size. So because of how professional Revzilla was with me, that is a big reason I wanted to go out and get a sponsorship with them. And every time I've had an issue and called them, they've been straight up with me. So, but definitely go with whatever you're comfortable with. As I said, have your budget, find a helmet that's in your budget and sharp. It may take a little bit of looking, but you know, if you even just want to go buy something that is that looks nice, look at these pictures and see what looks nice. This HJC C70 is a very good budget option. I have it. If you have a slide down visor, it's not going to get rated Snell. So that's important to know. Snell and Sharp do have slightly different tests. Here's Snell's site, and when you go there, you can look at all their different YouTube videos to show their tests. I believe Sharp may do some testing rotationally, and I think Snell is more sheer impact protection. So that's a big reason I wanted to get something that was Snell certified and a 5-star on Sharp, because their tests are slightly different. I figured with the overlap, I would have the absolute safest helmet. Here is the Sharp website, and of course they have tons of articles and research and evidence. And you can definitely go through here, and there's some very good information for you. So I hope this helps. This is how you can certify, at least this is how I felt comfortable picking a helmet that I felt was very much safe. And then you can also research other things that may be important to you, such as, is this helmet quiet? Is this helmet a loud helmet? And let's go here. One of the ways I did that is I just looked at the reviews from other people, customer reviews. Like any other customer reviews, it'll be all over the place. But just going to these different reviews and reading through it, I think was very valuable for me in learning. So that's an objective way to find it. That's a subjective way to find it. You will be able to get good prices. What I do not want you to do is go get a used helmet. That is not a good idea at all. You never know what was done to it. And the last thing I want you to think about is helmets are made for a 5-year period. So if it was made in 2017, now that is 2022, that's not a helmet you would want to get. If it was made in 2018, you have about a year you can use that helmet. So you really want to have a helmet and keep it for about 5 years after it was initially made. That's the last thing you should be worried about. I do suggest about a $400 budget for a helmet. And if you find one on Revzilla that you find a little bit over that, like even 50 to 100 over that, check Amazon, check Cycle Gear, check JP Cycles, or any other reputable source. And if you really want it through Revzilla, then just have them price match that for you. And if you're comfortable with wherever you found the helmet, then just get it from there. Make sure it looks reputable when you get it. And that is the helmet that you can use for your motorcycle safety course. Another reason I like Revzilla is if you get that helmet and you take the motorcycle safety course, you decide you don't want a motorcycle, you can box it up and send it right back, and kind of dust your hands off of motorcycling in general. So I hope this has been helpful to you all, and thank you for watching the video. I'll see you later. Peace.